Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. I'm Noe Ruiz. Joining me is Pedro Ruiz. What's up everybody?
What's going on everybody? I'm Pedro Ruiz, the creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printing projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
Oh yeah, this is the show where we combine 3D printing with DIY electronics. We smash them together to make cool projects to inspire you guys to do other cool things as well.
That's right.
Pedro, what do we got going on today?
That's right, every week we have a lovely assortment of segments. We start off with, what are you prototyping?
Oh yeah, oops.
Although we can go ahead and talk about this. Every episode of 3D Hangouts is sponsored by you guys. So
That's right.
This week's coupon code is CHESS. You can use that discount code during checkout to get 10% off. You can get yourself a bunch of lovely electronics, 3D printing accessories, and of course printers themselves to bring your projects to life.
Thank you for that. Okay, now let's talk about what's on the show. We got segments for you folks.
That's
First
right.
up,
What are you prototyping? It's when we take a look at some of the behind the scenes of work in progress projects
Oh, yeah.
for a future episode.
then we'll jump out and into a layer by layer segment.
That's right, it's when we go over some of the CAD techniques that we use to create the project.
Alrighty. And then 3D news.
3D News is when we scour the net every week to bring some interesting stories brought
Brought to you by
Brought
you folks.
by you guys,
they're
yeah,
mostly
all the cool things
customer
that you guys
projects.
make.
Very cool. Shop talk.
Shop Talk is when we talk a little bit about some of the ongoings in the studio.
World of 3D printing. Yeah, our world of 3D printing. And then a small Q&A. We're going to combine Q&A and shop talk. We want Q&A this week, folks. So if you want to ask, please ask more questions. We need more questions from you. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into what are you prototyping. I did have this set up, the chess thing, because I want to segue from that into the actual chess thing. Here it is. Hopefully it works. Probably not.
No.
No, it did. Kind of worked. Anyway, here we go. We got some chess pieces.
This is what we're prototyping this week.
Okay.
A little bit background story.
Yeah,
about,
tell us about
I think last week, PT, Phil said, all right, let's bring back the chess project.
Make it a priority. Stop everything else, and we have to get chess done.
That's right. About a year ago, we when we were up at the factory visiting.
Our first time at the factory, yeah, in New York.
Yeah, Phil said, all right, let's make a chess piece with chess set featuring all of the Adafruit characters as the pieces.
That's right. So Circuit Playground, that is our kids show. We have a kids show on YouTube called Circuit Playground. We have plushies over there that are top there that you can get in the Adafruit shop. And we also have a video game and a coloring book, a bunch of other different things. So this is just the continuation of Circuit Playground. A lot of folks in the Adafruit headquarters are playing chess, and they want to have a tournament. So we gotta get some cool chess pieces out there. So tell me about these chess pieces.
All right, so starting off with our Queen, Lady Ada.
Queen Lady Ada, okay. She's looking very, very lovely, very styling too.
Yeah, so this is a very high quality FDM print. It was printed on the Type A machines and the Orion Delta. So this is printed at 100 microns. You can see a very awesome little detail there on all the little textures. Yeah, go ahead and focus on that.
Sure. How is that? Is it a little better?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
Cut
nice.
here.
Okay.
Okay, so awesome little textures in the little dress there. And of course the glasses. Very surprised that came out so good, especially on an FDM printer. But we're using 100 microns, like I said. We're using the copper fill for this one. We're going to use both bronze and copper. We're going to do a sort of a metal versus wood. And we're using an interesting new technique that we unfortunately can't talk about yet. That's doing very good printing, like on overhangs, like the sort of like the chin, and of course
Special
like the glasses.
slice techniques, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we'll share
Okay.
about that
When we
when
can.
certain parties are ready to talk about it.
Okay.
But very awesome. Could not have done this project as simple as we did without that new technique.
Okay.
But very awesome here. This is a scan of a statue that looked very much like Lamar.
Oh yeah.
Looked for a photo of her glasses on the internet and just traced those out. So these are her actual glasses.
Very nice.
So very cool there. Moving on to the king, which is their kitty cat, MOSFET.
Hey, MOSFET. Meow meow.
So he's chilling on this cool little pedestal here, on the little 40 millimeter diameter base.
Okay.
Fit a lot of chest sets. So very cool there. And then moving on to the knight. which is Adafruit.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we still got to tumble the
ears?
little ears there.
Okay.
So these have been tumbled for about 4 to 6 hours using brass for the copper and steel screws for the bronze.
Yep.
Pretty cool there. And then moving on to the bishop, which is Connie.
Connie. She's a transistor.
Yeah, really love the way this one came out. Such a simple shape. Looks like a bar of gold.
Oh, yeah. Or brass. Yeah, this looks great. That
Very
one's
cool.
copper or brass?
This one is copper.
Okay.
I like the way it looks like a cool little award statue or something. Sure. And finishing it off with the knight. No, not the knight. The rook. So this is Cappy, which you might have seen on a recent episode of Circuit Playground.
Yeah.
Yar.
Yar, I be playing chess now.
Still gotta tumble the little base there.
Oh, okay.
So this is what it looks like before we run it through the tumbler.
Oh yeah, it's night and day, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Really
cool. So in order to kind of avoid support materials, you diced it up in a couple different pieces so that you can print them from the head going up to the feet, and then the base from the bottom up. That's really cool. I did the same with Adabot. He's split into 2 parts as well.
Yeah. So this is again using the metal filaments. Has a very nice weight to these guys, unlike the regular PLA. These are quite hefty.
Oh yeah, nice and heavy, gives you a lot of weight to it, and they really do look and feel like they were cast.
Yeah.
So very cool stuff. All we're missing now is the LEDs, which will be the pawns. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool.
So that's what we're modeling next.
Those are the chess pieces. How about the chess board? Can't have chess without a customized chessboard. This is a modular chessboard using sort of connectors that have like this sort of jigsaw-looking thing. So we got a couple more pieces to print out, obviously, but this is sort of half of it. If you'll notice that there's these little nubs, right? So these nubs actually connect to these square pieces. So these are your standard 50 by 50 millimeter squares, and they just snap in like that. They snap in really nice and tight. And we'll be, of course, printing these out in different materials. So I think we're going to do, what was it, wood and copper or brass?
Yeah, all the metal filaments.
All the metal filaments and wood as well. So there'll be a nice little contrast there. So again, this is modular. It's in the works. Still working on this one. A lot of pieces to build this one, 64 squares. And yeah, we still got a lot to go, but it's moving along really, really nice. And can't wait to show you guys and release it. Hopefully put a video together, something of the folks at the HQ that are having their tournaments. Oh, yeah. So cool. Alrighty.
Very
There's
awesome.
That is what we're prototyping. Chess fever has struck, and that's what we're doing. If you folks want to pick up materials, some filaments, some metal filaments, you can totally do so and get yourself 10% off your order.
That's right. Use discount code CHESS during checkout. Expires at 11:59 p.m. tonight. And you can only use it on atoms, not bits.
Yeah,
so no gift certificates or software.
Yeah, I always mess that one up. Okay, moving along with our prototyping segment. Last week I showed you guys this project. This week it is up and available for you guys to download and modify and make. So this is cool. This is a 5-inch Raspberry Pi, portable Raspberry Pi. The star of the show is, of course, the Kippa, which lets you do HDMI decoding without HDMI decoding. Very, very cool, very inexpensive way to get instant refresh and hardware acceleration on your projects. So really cool. Real quick, I'll run through the circuit diagram. If I can click on that. Really, really simple circuit to set up. You just need a couple of wired connections, a couple of circuits. We got the Power Boost 1000C. We have the amplifier here that's hooked to the speaker. And instead of sort of soldering to the back there, we're actually just splicing a stereo pigtail audio cable there, and then we can plug in 5 volts and ground to these 2 pins here. We got a switch over there. There's our LiPo battery, so you can recharge it right there. Very, very cool project. Really easy to put together, and very useful too. Quick rundown of the software. It doesn't work out of the box. You're going to have to modify your distro of Raspbian, but it's really easy. Just going to do a couple sudo update and then upgrade. And of course, you need to download the device tree. Shout out to Robert Lee, who originally did the DPI device tree blob. And then all you have to do is update a little bit of configuration. If you've done Pi stuff before, you definitely know about the config.txt file. So we got a little overscan that we set to 0, and then some extra stuff for the DPI Kippa to work. So very, very easy to set up. Of course, the parts are up on Thingiverse. You can download them, just 2 parts and a third part if you want a little cover for your SD card. But they are available on Thingiverse and Cults 3D. All the settings and stuff to look out for are all here for you guys. And then the assembly instructions are segmented, broken out so that you can do it in a sort of linear fashion, and do pieces here and come back to it later. But everything is nicely photographed, nicely documented. So definitely check that out. We got a link for you in the description.
A
Really cool project.
Must build if you're looking to make a little Raspberry Pi portable gaming rig.
That's right, 5
That's
inch.
the way to go.
It's really cool. Okay, that's going to be, I think that's actually, you know what? One more thing, since we're on the prototype, or is that the shop talk? I want to show you guys this thing here. I put a lot of parts up on GitHub, so you can check out all the parts that we have. If we've made a project, we now have the parts up on GitHub. This is a really good place to put it. So if we add new stuff, you guys will be able to download it and get it. So they're broken up in different segments. So I'm in boards right now. I'm in the boards folder, and then within there's all the boards. The way we have the naming convention set up is that you just have the product SKU number, so 1903. That's the PowerBoost 500 Basic. Jump out and jump into displays. We got tons of different displays for you guys. All the Pi TFTs, some HDMI backpacks, even the Alpha Quad display is in there. So very cool. Breakdown of all the products. We got quite a few different ones. So if you guys are looking to utilize those in your projects, definitely check it out. You can download them now. They're free.
Yeah, next week we'll actually show them how to convert their 123D file into an IGS or something else, step file.
Right, a SAT file, I think it is, SAT. So yeah, we'll talk about more about that, but if you want to go ahead and get them now, definitely check it out. GitHub is where it's at. We'll got the link in the description.
Very cool. Go check that out.
Okay. Next up, I think we're gonna do stories, right? We're gonna jump into news.
Yeah.
Or Lair by Lair. Nope, we're gonna jump into Lair by Lair. A little jumbled, but okay.
Yeah, so we are in the transitioning stage of moving over from 123D and Maya into Fusion 360.
Oh yeah.
Thanks to lovely people over at Autodesk. I think it was Patrick, who works on the Fusion
Patrick
team.
and Cappy actually recommended it. A couple other people too. Tyler, Evangelist at Autodesk. You guys got to check out Fusion. So we've been checking it out.
Interesting new offers that they have for
That's right.
students and for educators and customers who are making less than $100,000. It's free to use. Yeah.
And there's also a 30-day free trial if you folks want to check it out. Get yourself an account. It's free to set up. Very, very cool piece of software. Pedro, tell us.
Yeah, so this is definitely the bigger brother to 123D.
Oh yeah.
That has things like the ability to have layers, turn off and on things. You have parametric modeling.
Oh, yeah.
When you combine things together, it doesn't get rid of your other objects.
Oh, cool.
You can do a lot of free-form creation, like something that I would have to do like in NURBS modeling inside Maya. You can do very easily inside of Fusion 360. We made Cappy, and as you saw before, the little 7-inch Pi backpack monitor that we're prototyping there. And I really like this because, like I was saying before, when you do things like cutting things out, it doesn't completely destroy the tools that you use to make that cutout. Like in 123D, you always have to make like copies of everything. Here, it just makes it, the workflow is a lot more fluid.
Okay.
So one of the things that I did not know how to do was import an SVG from Illustrator, which is the most common thing that we do when doing curves and things that we know the sizes references for. So Patrick went out and did a little quick step-by-step. Cool. One of the quick tips was that when it gets imported, it's automatically fixed. So you just got to make sure that it's unfixed, and then you can jump into your sketch environment and sort of move that around. So he's using a point here and a construction plane, I think is what it's called, to figure out the middle of the object, and then you're able to move that around to the center point origin. So let's go ahead and check that out for real. Inside Illustrator, we have here Cappy's body, and if anybody from Adobe is watching, definitely would like to know how to set your origin so you can get the center, because right now what we have to do is select your whole path and sort of move it around until your smart guides show you your intersect points, which for this is going to be up in the top left corner there. As you can see there, the smart guide told us that the intersect is there. You'll save that out as an SVG, and then when you import it, it'll go right into the middle of your plane there.
Yay!
Slight little UI bug when you
where'd
import
it go?
your SVG. Yeah, I didn't know it was wrong too, but
Okay,
you
so
just
you
hit
hit
OK and it should show up.
All right, that's what we want.
Okay, so next step is to go ahead and select everything and do what he said in his email, unfix the position for that.
So right-click on Fix.
And then we should be able to go into Move, but I think I selected this wrong.
Okay.
So cancel out of there.
Do you have to be in sketch mode? Oh, you are in sketch mode.
And then we'll go into the Move tool, and it'll ask you to pick your pivot. And I'll just select the little origin there.
Okay.
A little bit of getting used to the workflow of how you have to, sort of the steps you have to do things.
Sure.
And then after you do that, you can just easily move your path around.
All right.
We'll
So
go
what are we going to do here?
We'll go ahead and select that, and then go into our revolve. And then we'll select our axis here, which I'm just going to use the center
The
edge there
Oh.
to.
Hey,
revolve around
it's
there.
Cappy. That's how you make
Very
Cappy, huh?
simple. Again, just getting familiar with the workflow here. And you can just you got all your layers here, which
Super cool, man.
is just night and day between 1, 2, 3D.
Oh, man, totally.
But yeah, we're using this on all of our feature projects, like I was saying before. Modeled Cappy and Connie and the 7-inch. And we got more upcoming projects that are being modeled inside there.
Oh, yeah.
So look out for more quick little tips on that.
Very
And
cool.
Thanks to all the guys over at Autodesk for
your support and
Sort of
guiding
helping us
us to
out
the
through
right
there.
way. Very cool. Alrighty.
That'll do it for this quick tip on transitioning to Fusion 360. Next week, you have a cool little tip that they posted.
That's right, yeah.
Just going to redo it. It's how to export your 123D file for Fusion.
Oh, that's right. Import it into Fusion or Maya. It's just a simple little zip hack, which is really straightforward. Okay. Well, very cool. That's going to be it for this segment. This was Layer by Layer. Thank you, Pedro. And now we're going to jump into, I'm thinking, stories. Are we good with stories?
That's right. First up,
we have a banana clock. No, it's not a banana clock. This is a 7-segment LED, Neopixel LED clock. This is very cool. This is from Garrett Bartley. Put together a very cool 4-digit clock powered by particle photon.
so this synchronizes time with the internet, has built-in wireless, and displays local, as in the sensor inside the clock itself. Displays temperature, humidity.
Oh, wow.
There's a couple different display modes like solid color, chasing rainbow,
Banana.
and it's fully configurable through the REST API that they have.
Oh, very cool. So there it is on. So the Neopixels are actually the mini Neopixel PCBs. This is the ones we used in today's project, the Neopixel arcade buttons. Pretty nice wiring there. Everything fits really nice. They're all mounted within the piece, and of course the pieces are printed in white so that it can be diffused pretty nicely. And it's a pretty cool project. I really like it. You typically would see this like being real display, a real alphanumeric display, but this is really, really big, really nice. Very cool project. You can download this on Thingiverse and pick up the parts, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Shout out to you, Garrett. Very cool project.
Next up, we have a dragon head for your Pi Cam.
Oh man, this dragon head here. Rawr!
So this is by
really cool.
Joe Warren, and he wanted, this was part of an ongoing robotics project, and he, thought that this would be useful for other people that just wanted to continue their dragon-themed.
I think he was just bored with the boxes. Like, too many boxes, I'm going to throw my dragon head and make it a camera. Very cool.
Yeah, so there's holes for
Good for
LEDs
the kids.
for eyes. The head has 3 M5 holes in the base to attach
okay.
the mount, along with 4 M2 holes inside the head to mount the camera.
Very cool. I like it. Can you see the teeth? Like, the teeth in the peripheral view?
Yeah. So he says that the teeth partially obscure the view. Not too much, though.
It's dragon mouth mode. Dragon cam. Very cool.
But not too bad.
Okay, it's up on Thingiverse. I think you guys can download it for free.
Yes, it is.
And, some painting may be required. Okay.
Very
All right.
awesome addition
Very
to a
cool.
themed dragon.
Very cool, Joe. Okay, next up.
Next up, we have a working mini TV by Greg.
Oh, this is
So
cool.
he said this was inspired by skee ball. Michael Curry, who uploaded a very similar cute little TV that he made on the Forms Lab.
I don't know if it was
printer.
inspired. He said, like, man, just when I was uploading this, Skimball comes and does one. It just goes to show that there are no original ideas anymore.
Yeah.
But it's still really cool.
So this was modeled because he wanted to have something for his Creative Zen media player. He wanted to put it to good use.
Creative
So he modeled all the
pieces
all the pieces around it. Yeah.
Okay.
So this fits inside there. He prints all the pieces and assembled the case. He uses hot glue to hold the Zen inside the case. He uses an old pair of headphones and glued the speakers to the back. Wired the circuits directly to the circuit board to avoid the headphone jack. Buttons and screen pieces are printed thin enough so that it's flexible and the Zen buttons can be accessed by pushing the front door of the screen.
That's really cool. So it's real functional. All right. And how about a little video clip of it working, turned on and running? Here it is. This is really... Oh, there it goes.
Not
Where
complete without a little dollhouse scene.
Oh, it's a Barbie. Barbie's watching her soaps, sitting on her wooden chair with a 3D printed TV. We're living in the future, folks. This is it.
Or else we can download this on his Thingiverse page.
All right, very cool. Very cool work, Greg. Okay.
Next up, we have VR goggles for the cardboard.
Oh, this is very cool. Somebody commented on YouTube saying, hey, you guys, it'd be cool if you guys made sort of a 3D printed thing for Google Cardboard. Well, here's one. Somebody already made one. Very cool.
Yeah, so this is by Victor Jung, 3D printed version of the Google Cardboard, especially designed for the Nexus 5.
Nexus 5, okay, that's a cool phone.
Yeah, so this might work with, he says this might work with other phones, but it should fit the Nexus 5 perfectly.
Okay, so using the spherical lenses?
Spherical lenses, they're designed to be flexible enough so they can bend and fit perfectly inside the slots printed inside the mask holes.
Okay.
And he also uploaded the different file formats so you can edit and update this to fit your phone.
Oh, very cool, and your face.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if you're looking to an easy way to get into VR, it's already on your phone, folks. Your phone already has all the stuff in it, all the accelerometers, gyrometers, and it has the software already for it too. There's an app that you can download and start looking around, looking crazy.
Yeah, and the quick tip for this one too, right where it gets starting to print the top part of where your face touches, you can just use like a change filament command and start using Ninja Flex.
That's right.
So you
did that
have
before on our first 3D Hangout show.
Yeah.
You had a sort of a similar version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So definitely a nice, comfortable way to print that out.
All right, very cool. Very nice job, Victor.
Next up, we have a 10-inch remix of the Super Game Pi.
Oh man, this is Super Game Pi, like super duper Game Pi. This thing is huge. So you're telling me 10 inches here. Here it is, 10 inches, all glory. Bunch of buttons, joystick, Raspberry Pi. Woo!
Using 4 AA batteries as the power source.
Mm-hmm. Got a couple heat sinks in there so you don't have any heat.
You got stereo speakers.
Stereo speakers. What
Yeah,
else
the 10-inch screen is a 1280 by 800 Raspberry Pi screen.
Nice. Okay.
It's a TFT monitor.
720p.
And for the joystick, he's using the Cupcake adapter PCB parts pack.
Very nice. Very cool. All right, folks. Of course, this is a remix to the Super Game Pi. Yeah, so look at all the buttons there too at the bottom. So I guess that maybe the monitor controls the monitor and stuff. So if you folks want to check this out, make your own Super Game Pi, definitely do. We definitely encourage you guys to remix it, make it for yourselves, make it better, make it bigger, stronger, faster.
Very cool. This was done by Donnie. You can check it out on his Thingiverse
all right,
page.
Donnie. Thank you so much for this one. Super cool. Love the CAD.
And last but not least, we have an R6 Droid update from James over at X Robots.
All right, so this is James Bruton's update to his R6 Droid, looking very, very awesome. Last week we talked about sort of different things, different features. This week he is upgrading the sort of timing belt. So this update he is working on the 3-leg mode to 2-leg mode. So it actually converts from 3 to 2. And right now he had a rubber timing belt, which it's pretty nice, but there's quite a bit of skipping and stuff. And since it's very elastic, there's a lot of room for error there. So there's the motors that he's using. He's got 2 of them, one to elevate the thing, and then another one to sort of move the shoulders. So instead of rubber, he's using steel, a steel chain that you would see like on a bicycle. So he mounted it with a steel bracket, and he's using a sprocket and a 3D printed mount, so everything's nice and tight. Very, very cool there. To make the switching happen, he is using a couple relays in a Darlington array. So he's got it mounted there, and he's got this end stop triggers so that it knows where to stop. So he's got one up at the top and one near the bottom, near the shoulders. So that's how that's working. Real quick update to the controller. That is, of course, an Adafruit LCD Shield wired up to a couple different buttons, and he hacked into the two knobs over there to do PWM and analog voltage. Speaking of which, he goes into some details into code. So he's using a lot of interlocks, multitasking in the Arduino, and of course a lot of different if statements to make everything work. So here it is converting over now. It moves the shoulders first, nice and slow. There we go, and then he fires off the next action, which is to lift the center foot. So it's lifting it inside there with the belt chain there. Very cool. And then you can drive around. Of course, he's saying you don't want to drive too fast. You don't want to topple over. So nice and steady there, but everything's working.
This looks phenomenal.
It's just amazing. Yeah. All the sound effects are shooting off right now. So here it goes again, converting into three-legged mode. So here comes the leg dropping down. Nice and slow again. Once it's down, goes ahead and flips the next action, and now he is being tilted over there, nice and slow.
The coolest, most cool, modern.
Yeah, and it looks really light. There's still a lot of room in the droid itself.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of area in there. Super cool. I'm sure it's light too. You can probably pick it up, and you couldn't do that with the other R2-D2 builds that are like made out of pure metal.
I know. I bet none of the people at Industrial Light and Magic 2 could have built something as advanced as this.
Yeah, I think 3D printing is the way to go here, folks.
Totally
cool.
one-upped everyone.
Oh my goodness. One of the coolest ones. He still wants to do some updates, of course. He wants to add the periscope to pop out.
Oh my god, yeah.
So he's going to come around, maybe do a little bit of holo projection. A lot of cool stuff going on there. If you want to see more of James, definitely check him out. Support him on Patreon. Subscribe. Drop a comment in there on his YouTube videos. Very, very cool stuff. Thank you so much, James, and we'll see you next week.
Very
All
awesome.
right, that's going to be it for the 3D news. Everything we shared is, of course, linked below, so you guys can check that out. Also on the blog at adafruit.com/blog.
Definitely check that out every week. Every Thursday, we've got a lot of stories in there. A lot of stories we're not able to cover on the show as well. Check that out.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Is a Q&A.
Q&A shop talk.
That's going to turn into a shop talk.
Oh, yeah. So this is from Hano. He asked on last week's show, love this show, lads. Despite the hiccup with the Printerbot Plus, would you recommend it? This would be my first 3D printer, and I want something to grow with. Buying a Printerbot Play, I know I would regret it because I need something bigger, right? And we definitely agree. You don't want to go with something that's under 150 millimeters. That's really where you want to be. We can print the chess pieces on the Printerbot Simple, but when it comes to the Kippa project or your Libretto project,
none of those actually
it's
fit
not
on
gonna
there.
fit. It's just like 10 millimeters too big. So we definitely recommend getting something bigger. But as far as the Printerbot Play, or the Printerbot itself, the Printerbot Plus, this week it's been really, really good to us. We've been printing a bunch of different chess pieces, modular pieces, and it's working really well. Here's a little short clip of over the weekend, just a couple days ago. We had all 6 printers running, printing different things, different materials, all at once. Astrobox, Astroprint, really helpful to manage all the printers in one interface. Very cool. And then some other things. So that's FDM printing.
Let's stay on track with the Printerbot Plus. Yeah, so I definitely recommend it still. We actually decided not to stock the Printerbot Play just because a lot of our projects are not going to fit on there.
That's right.
And we don't want to get that email. Hey, I bought this printer from you guys, and none of your projects fit on there. And plus, the margins on that, because it's such a low price, isn't as good. So, sort of recommended not to stock that. The Printerbot Plus. Would definitely recommend. Yeah, the heated bed is the only one that you can buy now.
Right.
They don't. I think they discontinued the cold bed.
Yeah.
But despite all of the little hiccups that we had in the beginning, after you spend a nice week or a couple days,
hours,
it should be a lot more faster since we've already told you what some of the hiccups should be and the solutions to fix that. You should be up and running A lot more faster, yeah. For the price and for the build size, it's pretty good.
Yeah, we definitely want to note that you can print multiple materials, so you can do ABS. So it has the heated bed now, hips, nylon. The only thing I think you can't do is Ninja Flex right now, but they're working on an upgrade.
They are working on that.
And of course, all the metal filaments work really well on it. It's a pretty good printer. Overall, a general good printer. Great for enclosures.
Yeah, one of the things that you noticed over the weekend when we were doing the chess pieces is that the Printerbot was able to print, what was it, like 2 times faster than the Replicator 2.
Yeah, it was weird that it was set at 90, 120 on the speeds, and so was the MakerBot. But I think maybe because Simplify 3D knows how to optimize the toolpath a little bit better than Makerware, so that's probably the reason behind that. But still, it was smoking it.
So definitely recommend.
Oh yeah, we recommend it.
Despite the little, every printer is going to have.
We just wanted to tell you guys because Brooks flat out said it too. It's very hard to get into it, but there's a lot of resources out there to help you guys.
A lot of humps to get over, a little bit of learning curve, but once you get it all dialed in,
you will definitely grow with it.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, now I can go to maybe the not so good stuff. That's the FDM world, rainbows and butterflies, kisses
so
all
far
around.
this week.
Yeah, so far this week, and then we get to the resin printing. What happened?
Yeah,
there?
so turns out that there is a limited lifespan for the trays.
This is what it sounds like, folks.
DPL printers.
This is what a jam sounds like. I just thought I'd show that. So tell me about the tray.
Yeah, so the little window there that the light shines through onto your model has a limited lifetime. For our case, heavy use, it looks like it was about 7 months of heavy printing. They are sending us new trays, but we heard this from 2 different accounts too. Tyler, who works with us at Adafruit,
Tyler Cooper. Okay.
His makerspace is actually not letting a lot of people use the
B9 Creator. Okay, that's a resin-based printer, a little bit more affordable than this one.
And then
same stuff. Same issues, huh?
Yeah, same issues.
Okay.
I think the PSDM window. I know I'm getting that wrong, but the little window there, the transparent window, yeah.
Special window where the light shines through, it hardens, it curates the resin. So that's the problem right there.
So it can get scratched up, it can get cloudy,
right.
And as you can see that circle there, after a lot of printing, it can actually get stuck to the window there.
But there is a tip. You could soak it in alcohol, rubbing alcohol, but it didn't seem to work.
It didn't work with this tray. We have one of the other trays that it came with. It's soaking in that right now. Looks like it might be clearing up, so we'll try after the show.
We'll try after the show.
But it's just one of the things you guys have to look out for when doing DLP. There's always gotchas with every sort of type of 3D printing, and this is one of the things that we've not heard a lot of people talk about. And we heard about it from 2 different accounts.
Yeah.
Alex Hatchman also was saying that that's the problem with the DLP printers. The other being, of course, that especially in our world, we print a lot of boxes, cases, enclosures, and it's not the best
the build
for that.
volume is just a little bit too small for projects, and it's a little bit more messier and just not as fast as FDM machines. We really wanted to print your chess pieces, these chess pieces in resin, really high ultra detail.
So I want to print this at 25 microns, and that's originally how we wanted to have the different players. We'll have metal and resin is what we wanted to do. Maybe have some like LEDs that would shine through, diffuse the light, but. We gotta scrap that one right now and just do metal versus wood.
Yeah, I think that'll work well. And plus, you folks can download it because most of the chances are you got the FDM 3D printer.
Yeah.
So a little tray jam, but we'll get through that one. What is this one? Oh, it's just another video of it. You want to talk a little bit about the tray jamming? How do you avoid that? Is that really just sort of a from the cloudy window?
Yeah, so what the cloudy window there is, what's happening is not sticking to the bed, and it just doesn't read the next slice that's happening.
Right, but it does have fail safes in mind, so at least it knows that something's wrong. Unlike these printers, they'll just like, hey, just keep printing. Everything's good. Just keep printing. And this one knows to stop, so at least that one's really nice.
So hopefully we'll get that back up and working by next week.
Okay. Other next topic on Shop Talk. Shop Talk? Tumbling.
A lot of tumbling. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna have to do.
Here, we got tumbling. We got 2 tumblers now.
Two tumblers.
2 different mediums, 2 different materials. There's Lady Ada, nice and tumbled.
Cool quality there.
How long did it take again to tumble?
This one was about 6 hours.
6 hours.
And a quick tip there, after...
Just let it go. Just let it tumble.
After you tumble a couple of things with the screws or whatever medium you're having in there, it's going to dull out after a while.
Okay.
You got to replace it.
So the shininess sort of goes away?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we did here. We had to replace
Get some new screws. No
the
problems.
screws.
Okay. Still looking really cool. That's going to be it for Shop Talk, and I think that's it for the show. Want to leave you guys off with, of course, the coupon code CHESS in celebration of the new project.
That's right. Get 10% off during checkout. Use our discount code CHESS.
That's right.
Expires at 11:59 p.m. tonight. You can only use it on actual physical hardware.
That's right.
No software or gift certificates.
Okay. Well, before we end the show, definitely want you guys to check out more projects on the Adafruit Learning System. New stuff every week, folks. Lots of different categories in electronics, not just electronics, wearables, 3D printing, of course.
That's where everything launches
tutorials.
first before the videos come out, so definitely check that out. You can also check out our Google Plus page and join the show and tell.
Oh yeah, we got a banner for it now, so I'll talk about that. The 3D blog, of course, every Thursday we have all the blog posts that we talked about and more on the blog. You can follow myself, Pedro, and Adafruit on the different social accounts. We got our handles over there. And next week, we want to encourage you guys to check out the lineup of shows we have on Wednesday, starting off with Wearable Electronics, the longest running, best wearable show, live wearable show with Becky. You can ask her your questions, check out the new projects that are going on. They have material spotlights, all sorts of cool stuff every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or just Eastern Time. Let's just say Eastern Time. Sometimes it's not standard. And then right after that, you get to share your projects on the As Seen on Show and Tell. The Show and Tell show from Adafruit on Google Hangouts every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m.
If you got a cool project to share, definitely stop by. We are always there.
Oh, yeah.
Say hi.
Say hi to Lamar and Phil. Then right after that, 8 o'clock, Ask Engineer. You can ask all your engineering questions to Lamar and some other cool stuff. Yeah?
Always
cool.
Bunch
Full
of cool
hour,
special guests.
Full hour of awesomeness. Adafruit awesomeness. Adabot wants you to come and say
Again,
hi.
discount code is CHESS.
Okay, let's go back to the discount code. We want to thank you guys for your support of 3D Hangouts and Adafruit. We're here because of you guys.
Just buy stuff, and we'll release
Just
more
buy
cool
stuff.
shows for you guys.
Okay. Very cool.
It's going to be it for this week.
Okay, that's all I got, folks. Thank you for, of course, watching, and we'll be here next week, yeah?
Yep, every week.
All right, folks. Well, that's it. Remember, keep on making. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks so much for watching.
See ya.